Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Aviravirmayedhi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Viriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grinanti Bhurida Janaha. May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we strive with energy and vigor. May our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self manifest Atman grow in me. Om peace, peace, peace. Your nectar-like words and warm and inspiring life stories, eulogized by learned sages, are indeed eradicator of shoots of ignorance. These are auspicious to hear and propitious to inculcate one's own life. Those who take these words are indeed great benefactor of the world. So yesterday we had Vedanta Sara, so reasoning, lots of reasoning. You see, when we have intellect, why should not we reason? If we don't reason, then it is called atavism. Things deteriorate. What happens? Say now, previously people used to, even we also do, calculate, say manually. But modern children, they want to have a calculator, and immediately calculator. They don't exercise their brain. So gradually our brain deteriorates. Therefore we must reason. Only thing, we should not be confined there. That is important. Reason is one way, but another is devotion. I'll read from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Master says, Master, reasoning is one of the paths. It is the path of the Vedantins. But there is another path, the path of bhakti. If a bhakta weeps longingly for the knowledge of Brahman, he receives that as well. There are the two paths, jnana and bhakti. So Sri Ramakrishna said jnana bhakti, but this karma and yoga also included in this. One may attain the knowledge of Brahman by either path. Some retain bhakti even after realizing Brahman, in order to teach humanity. An incarnation of God is one of these. Even Shankaracharya, great jnani, he also composed so many hymns, so many praises of God, even praises to Ganga, then Durga, Lakshmi, whatnot. So many hymns. A man cannot easily get rid of the ego. And the consciousness that the body is the soul. So this is difficult to relinquish or say abandoning or removing ego. In bhakti path, the responsibility, like devotee submits to God entirely, totally, without residue. So ego is diminished. But what happens? Can we do it? It's very difficult. Ego comes. And when ego is there, what is the result? We suffer. Suffering is the result. When ego is hurt, we suffer the most. Physical ailment, yes, that is also there. The advantage of knowledge is that this ego can be shown that it does not exist by reasoning. Even this whole world. So that is why we also take that, and it is not harmful if we have some additional resources. It is good. Why we should be, only depending on one thing? See, like Sri Ramakrishna said, "Agheya ho keno." Why should I be monotonous? I want to eat same thing in different ways, in curry, in in sweet and sour, whatnot, bhaji, all kinds of things. So it is better to have many approaches. And if there is only one way, so suppose only free way, then it will be totally crowded. That's good. It is so many paths are there. Belmont, then Hawthorne, and this and that, so many. Whatever is convenient to us, we can follow. Not to look down upon others. Knowledge never says that you discourage or look down upon something. This is the catholicity of knowledge. In bhakti, sometimes there is a problem. This is a problem. It is like a dog. In bhakti, only chosen ideal is worshipped. Aikantik bhakti. Aikantik means one-pointed devotion to the chosen ideal, chosen ideal. So devotees are like that. But dog can recognize its master if he comes in a different dress. But fanatics will not. They will say only my path is right. Other path is not. That's all demigods or no gods. Like cross. I have seen, the people teach. This is only God and no other gods. So this is fanaticism. And fanaticism can breed in the path of devotion. My path is only path. Say ISKCON people will say, no, Krishna is only. And some say Christians are like, I should not name any religion, you understand very well, that my path is only path. So this is the difficulty. That is why it is better to blend with knowledge. We must have another approach so that we verify is this correct or that is correct. Okay. Why? It is to submit our ego. Why so? What is the purpose? Purpose is we suffer. But in the case of Sri Ramakrishna, we see he is always with joy. He enjoys whatever situation is. Not that every time everybody is honoring him. Even Girish Ghosh comes and abuses him. So, can we stand? We are hurt, deeply hurt. Even Oh, see, he did not wish me. So we are hurt. So this is the difficulty. If knowledge is there, we can understand, oh, it is all trifle, nothing. So this is the advantage of knowledge, but I'm not saying if we only knowledge, then we may become a dry, like Sri Ramakrishna would say, dry monk. So we should not be like that also. Rather, we must have all the approaches. Sometimes when we want to follow knowledge, okay, fine, knowledge. Sometimes devotion. So this is the teaching that we follow. Sri Ramakrishna teaches this. So let me, where is that? A little, oh, I lost that one. Anyway, so this is the preamble today, that yes, there are ways. Jnana, karma, bhakti, yoga, these are the ways. And it is better. See, like without karma, we cannot even run our lives. So, how to do work? That also we must know. There we have to dedicate the fruits thereof. Again, the same thing. It is sacrificing the ego. And Sri Ramakrishna would say, Ami mole guchibe janjal. That means, when this ego dies, all the rubbish will be cleaned. But it is very difficult. So, let us enjoy the life of Holy Mother, where we find a wonderful blending. Though she is full of knowledge, as Sri Ramakrishna said, that she is Saraswati, not he was, she is. Is Saraswati, came to impart knowledge. At the same time, her household full of all kinds of people, some crazy, some half crazy, says, greedy, what not, everything in one side. Again, some Brahmagyanis, Sri Sharat Maharaj, even Sri Ramakrishna, incarnation. So we find the whole repertory or the whole range of people in the household of Sri Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi. So let us, that's why we should see, these are the examples, how she conducted herself in this world without suffering. She loved everybody. At the same time, she supported and also blessed the whole world. This is a wonderful study. Paul, are you there?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
We're on page 199.
Correct.
Vivekananda was reassured and deeply moved by Holy Mother's blessings. In the course of this meeting, he said to her, "Mother, I did not clear the ocean this time in one jump. I went to America in a boat built by Westerners. I discovered there the great glories of our Master. Many good people listened to me, spellbound, about Sri Ramakrishna and accepted his ideas. At Pushpati Basu's house on
Pashupati.
20 Pashupati
So Sri
Basu.
say Swami Vivekananda, great jnani and devotee also. And whenever he went to Mother, he prostrated before Holy Mother. And before he went there, he would take bath in Ganga, sprinkling Ganga water so that, purity. Because he was going to a deity who is pure. Pavitram Jivanam Tatha. Like Mother's life full and the purity itself. Yeah.
Oh, Swami, is the mother, I did not clear the ocean this time in one jump, is that a reference to Hanuman?
Yeah. Last time Hanuman had to jump. so
Oh.
Swamiji said that this time I did not jump. I went in their boat, went by them. So here it is something is not totally translated what he said. Okay, go ahead.
At Pashupati Basu's house on 20 February 1897, Swamiji said to M, Master Mahashay, whatever success you see in my life is the Leela play of the Master. I am only an instrument. He sent me there. When the Master indicated that I should go to the West, I informed the mother and asked for her permission and command. By blessings of the mother, I easily overcame all difficulties there and became the most prominent figure amongst many famous learned pundits and scientists.
Yeah. So one thing, in other places, Swamiji said that it is not me that who has come to the West. It is the spirit of India. What is that spirit of India? Spirit of India is spirituality. And Sri Ramakrishna represented that spirit. Sri Ramakrishna is embodiment of India. And that's why Swamiji also was embodiment of India. A time was there when the known world was influenced by Indian spirituality. Say right from the beginning, then Buddhas, then all kinds of teachers. Then a time came when this communication was stopped. People stopped going out. And Swamiji identified that's one of the reason of downfall of India was this miscommunication, not going out. Even when Swamiji came here, when he returned, he was not allowed to enter the same Kali temple where he spent his younger days. Just imagine how how like uh, limited thoughts that people harbored. So Swamiji came because it was the time was ripe for Indian spirituality to spread. It was confined, and it is because it happened because of the invasion from outside world, especially Muslim or Islam invasion that happened in India. So India went to its core. It protected itself, but a time came when it must spread. And when Swamiji said in one place, whenever the channel was open to outside world, India, influenced by its spiritual education. So yes.
Vivekananda's view of Holy Mother. One can know God only by His grace and not by means of austerity or by japa and meditation. Grace dawns upon those who are endowed with purity and renunciation, humility and unselfishness, devotion and passionate yearning. Swami Vivekananda recognized Holy Mother's divinity long before he left for the West. From America, he wrote to his brother disciples about Holy Mother.
Okay.
You have
No,
not yet realized.
there is a passage that where it says that Yami Vaishya Brinutes Tena Labhya. He who chooses him, by him he is uh, he is he can reveal. So it is from both the sides. The same line can be interpreted from both the ways. It is the person who chooses, so he gets the blessing, or from the grace point of view, whenever he chooses, the only way are blessed. So the thing is, it is both ways. First, we have to cultivate renunciation, humility, unselfishness, devotion, passionate yearning. All these are from our side. When that is cultivated, naturally one is a good receptacle. Then grace is received. But if a person does not care for all these things, even if it is given, he will not take it. Like once it happened that Lakshmi and Narayana, and a god and goddess, they were sitting. And Lakshmi said, that devotee, um, he calls on you, but he is very poor. I feel very bad of it. Then Narayana said, it is not in his fate. Why? Okay, you try. So Lakshmi kept, a big, say, bundle of all the riches, and that man was walking on that path. So he thought, you know, how blind people walk. Let me try. So he closed his eyes and walked. He crossed that area. So a grace comes, even if you put the grace, even if a grace is given, but person will not accept it. So that is that we must seek it. Then only, when we are hungry, then only we give importance to food. So it is both the ways. Yes.
You have not yet realized how precious Mother is. People will not understand her now, but they will gradually. Brother, there will be no salvation of the world without the help of the divine power. Why is it that our country is the weakest and most backward of all countries? Because Shakti is held in dishonor here. Without the grace of Shakti, nothing will be accomplished. What do I find in America and Europe? The worship of Shakti, the worship of power. Yet they worship her ignorantly through sense gratification. Imagine then what a lot of good they will achieve when they worship her with purity, looking upon her as their mother. I am coming to understand things every day. My insight is opening out more and more. Let Ramakrishna disappear. That does not frighten me, but it will be a calamity if people forget Mother. Don't be angry with me. None of you has understood Mother. Her grace upon me is 100,000 times greater than that of the Master. About Mother, I am a little fanatic. I can do anything if she gives the order. I shall give a sigh of relief when you purchase a piece of land and install this living Durga there. Brother, when I think of Mother, I say to myself, who is this Ramakrishna? I say this because of my fanaticism. Whether Ramakrishna was God or man, you may say whatever you like. But brother, shame upon him who is not devoted to Mother.
Yeah, what Swami said is Shakti. Shakti is to be worshipped. Even Sri Ramakrishna would say that Ramachandra worshipped Shakti before embarking on the war with Ravana. So all avatars, they worship Shakti. Shakti is the power. Shakti, personal God. Shakti is like Sri Ramakrishna said that Mother holds the key. You have to pray to Mother so that Mother opens the door. So here we are fanatic. We are more devoted to Holy Mother than Father. So that's one thing. The second, what he said, that worship of Shakti in Western countries, it is in the form of wife. But in India, Shakti is worshipped as mother. So he said, even when it is worshipped, that means honored in Western world as companion, as wife, but what good will come when you honor Shakti as mother? So a great good will come. So with mother, now this is opening up. And of course, it's in all tradition. It's not that only in Hinduism, but it is prominent there. God here all masculine. We have mother, but mother of God. Then she is worshipped. So anyway, uh, things are opening up, and people are there. Lots of devotees who worship mother are there in all religions. Yes, go ahead. If not all religions, at least major religions. Let me correct it. Okay, go ahead.
After receiving Holy Mother's blessings, Swamiji inaugurated the Ramakrishna Mission on 1 May 1897 at Balaram's house in Calcutta. Kumud Bandhu Sen described the mission's regular meetings. The weekly meetings of the Ramakrishna Mission were usually held on Sunday evenings at Balaram Mandir in Bagbazar. At several of these meetings, Holy Mother was present, accompanied by some of her women companions and devotees. Swamiji would often preside over these meetings and would sing many songs, especially when Holy Mother was present. On 6 May 1897, Swamiji left for Almora to recuperate his health along with Swamis Yogananda, Adbhutananda, and Niranjanananda. Others joined him there later. One day in Almora, Swamiji talked with his brother disciples about the future women's month, which he wanted to center on Holy Mother. In July, Yogananda returned to Calcutta. One day he met Girish at Balaram Mandir and talked to him about Swamiji's plan. This conversation was recorded by Kumudbandhu Sen. Swami Yogananda said,
So now how many years? 127 years. 127 years. This coming May 1st. And this is a awareness. Even some people have written books on this, that how Ramakrishna Mission, though it is 126 or 27 years old, but how it has spread all over the world, not as number of centers, but how the influence of it has grown. In India, we see very clearly, they are not only we are engaged in spiritual activities, but there we have some philanthropic works also. Relief work, then we have big hospitals, dispensaries, schools, colleges, and one university. So many businesses, they die. They cannot see even, say, it's silver jubilee, say 25 years. So many businesses, they die. But this one is totally based on philanthropy and also volunteers. Instead of this, it is spreading with the services received from our devotees. So this is a great organization, and we have about 2,000 monks, a little less than 2,000, and all found, say like some are retired, some are novices, some are not in working condition, or they are not, say like they do go to tapasya. So all found about 2,000, little less than 2,000. But with this small number, once it happened, our Swami Lokeshananji went to see Pope John Paul II, I think. So he said, he was not sure whether Pope knew what Ramakrishna Mission was. So he said, I am from the youngest and poorest and the smallest monastic order. I am from a monastic order which is smallest, poorest, and youngest. So Pope said, I know very well, though you are youngest, poorest, and smallest, but I know that you are most powerful. So Pope admitted that. So Ramakrishna Mission, later what Swamiji like postulated some principles, what the guiding principles will be. And later, when this uh, like UNO was formed, strikingly, many principles are similar to Ramakrishna Mission. I'm not saying that they have copied, but see, it is the similar, universal point of view. So that is important. So that's why Ramakrishna Mission, though Vedanta societies started before Ramakrishna Mission, but that's also very important. Swamiji established Vedanta Society in 1994. In 93 he attended, and 94 he established number one. So that was in New York. Yeah.
Swami Yogananda said, Swamiji wants to establish a monastery for women sannyasins under the direct guidance of the mother. All the women disciples of the master would be able to live together in the proposed mutt for women, and other women, including even those from the West who desire to lead a life of renunciation and meditation, may come and live there and derive immense benefit by coming into intimate contact with the living ideals and hallowed associations of the women disciples. The mother's glowing personal example of purity and character, her spiritual talks and teachings based on her own realizations, and her ennobling love and care will inspire and elevate the inmates of the proposed mutt, at the same time instilling into them a new force that will awaken their dormant energy. They will be transformed entirely and endowed with a new vision and realization of their own Shakti, potential, so that they too can work fearlessly for the highest good of humanity.
Yeah. The thing is, like, we go to gym. Why we go? To exercise. We lift something 10 times, we push something 20 times. Nothing happens to those dumbbells, barbells. They are dumb. But muscles are built. So the spiritual power is dormant within us. That is to be awakened. That happens when we have a facility like gym, like a mutt and mission. Okay. And Swamiji wanted that first women's monasteries are to be established because they are Shakti. But except one, Durga Devi, this was not done because of that condition of India that time. But later, in 1953, Sarada Mutt was established, whereas Ramakrishna Mission was established in 1897. So that's yes.
Swamiji told me with great emotion, our mother is a vast reservoir of spiritual energy, though outwardly calm like the deep ocean. Her advent marks the beginning of a new era in the history of India. The ideals that she lives and teaches will not only spiritualize the efforts for the emancipation of women in India, but will also penetrate into and influence the minds and hearts of women all the world over. Mother represents the highest expression of womanhood, especially in India. It, motherhood, is an innate instinct in every woman, the signs of which might be discovered even in a little girl. In the West, the whole structure of society rests on the wifehood of women, but motherhood is the true expression of divine love, sublime, noble, and broad as the sky.
Yeah, we
In
can see it is natural. Service, Means now we are a bit lazy. There is mothers who provide food, everything. So, like if you ask me to cook something, I'd rather munch some moody, whereas mothers will cook this and various combination and this and that, and still they want to do more. So this is natural in women. Yes.
In reply, Girish Ghosh said, "It is an altogether new and bold idea of reforming our society and improving the lot of our women. Swamiji's will must be fulfilled, and I have not the least hesitation in fully supporting this proposal. But his failing health is making all of us anxious, and the doctors have strongly advised him to take complete rest." Swami Yogananda said, "Physical ill health or any other impediment from any source is not going to daunt or dissuade him from his determination to carry out his plans, which he firmly believes will benefit society and contribute to the well-being of mankind. He only smiles at our anxiety for and worry over the condition of his health."
Yeah, see, like Swamiji had to face lots of opposition. When he came here, he had to face the Western uh, resistance. But when he returned, in the beginning it was very, it was festive occasion. But later, people thought what Swamiji was introducing, it is all foreign, it's not here. And Sri Ramakrishna said, God first. World, don't worry about world. That was the thought of people, even Swami Yogananda. And Swami Ramakrishna also, like they thought we had to worship Sri Ramakrishna, but Swamiji said, how much you understand about Sri Ramakrishna. What is being done, it is by him only. And it is for the good of the world and one's emancipation. Atmano mokshartham jagadhitaya cha. And because of that, we could come to this. If there was no institution, we would not have gone there. So we are grateful to Swamiji for such a grace. And not only that, those who are not educated, in India especially, we provide education. And lots of ailing people, the Swamiji had 4 kinds of services. First is Annadana, giving food. Those who are hungry, give food. Then Jivandan, that means giving medicine and supporting diet. And then third is Vidyadana, giving education, secular education, academic education, technical education that is to be given. And the fourth is Dharmadana. What is Dharma? Vidyadana and Dharmadana. Dharmadana means giving spiritual knowledge. So this is fulfilling. But all 3 are also important, because if a man is hungry, you can give a big lecture, nothing will happen. He may even steal something. So first one should be satisfied, the hunger should be satisfied. And then secular education is also important, and health is also very important. When these 3 are met, then only spiritual education will work. So Swamiji, by establishing Ramakrishna Mission, he encouraged all kinds of education. And he said, education, education, education. Education is the only panacea of this world. Yes, go ahead.
Swami?
Yeah.
Swami, I had a couple questions. Didn't Gauri-Ma establish a convent?
Yeah, Gauri-Ma. I said Durga Devi, no? Gauri-Ma actually.
What happened to that one, and
No,
what
there, still there.
But was that not considered, because Gauri-Ma was a a disciple of Sri Ramakrishna and a close associate of Holy Mother. Was that
Gaurima
not
was
considered?
disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, and even Sri Ramakrishna said that you put water and let me knead. Like like mud. Somebody puts water and somebody kneads that. So it's a way of expression by Sri Ramakrishna. So yes, it started, but not as Ramakrishna mission started. Not with that force. That happened in 1953 on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Holy Mother. Before that, even Holy Mother was not publicized. Her life stories came after that. I mean, before that, some stories, Gospel of Holy Mother, little here, little there. But after the birth anniversary of Holy Mother, then only much light came. And that way we are fortunate. Otherwise, like in Upper India, that means northern India, keeping Holy Mother's photo would be objected. I mean, in monasteries. So, from that standpoint, we are fortunate. But yes, that Gaurima, she started. She lived a whole, nun's life. She traveled many places also, but it was very small. Still, that ashrama is there in Calcutta. Yes.
After listening to all that he told me of his plan for starting a woman's mutt, I said to him, "Do whatever you think will be conducive for the good of society at large, but please do not bring the mother into public prominence now.
See,
Don't you remember?"
even Yogananda also, because that time, first when mother was living, if she was glorified that time, then she would have shrunk or even left the body. So in the beginning, our devotees were very careful not to glorify too much. Let mother live with us. Though later they could understand, not in the beginning, but after even understanding, they were conservative. But later, it came gradually, after say 1920s. Yes.
Don't you remember the Master telling us that his body would not survive if we preached him before the public? The same may be said in respect to the mother too. I do not allow all and sundry to meet the mother or touch her feet while offering their salutations. I see that only sincere devotees of pure character have her darshan. Therefore, I humbly request you, brother, not to disturb the mother at present. You may start the woman's mutt with the help and cooperation of women devotees of spotless character and spiritual realization, who also possess learning and skills in various branches of knowledge and work, and who are capable of taking charge of this organization without any direct association with men as such, not to speak of our sadhus.
Yeah. Later also, like all the nuns joined and took sannyasa, especially those who were associated with mother, served mother, Sarada Devi and others. So it is, first they were associated with mother, and later those became nun. The first nun of Sarada Math. Yes. Go ahead.
As soon as I finished saying this, Swamiji heartily thanked me and smilingly said, "Mantri, you have given me a sound piece of advice and aptly reminded me of the Master's words in this
Mantri means
respect.
minister. Yeah.
I shall not disturb the mother. Let her fulfill her mission according to her own will and in the manner she chooses. Who are we to dictate to her? Rather, we can accomplish everything with her blessings. I have personally seen and felt the power of her blessings, which can do miracles. Girish replied, Yogan Swami, you have done yeoman's service indeed. Now I see why you accompanied Swamiji to Almara. The
So this
Ramakrishna
is
Mutt,
even mother is working even now. Mother is working. Most of our monks, they are influenced by mother. It's the attraction of mother. So apparently she is not educated. She's simple village girl, but it is her grace. And even she prayed for the monastery. When mother went to Gaya, she saw there uh, well-established mutts where monks live together. Then she prayed to Thakur that my children, they are roaming here and there. They have nothing to eat. Even Swami Shardanandji, Swami Shivanandji was simple life, maybe one pair of extra cloth, one wearing another. So such was the case. But when mother prayed, gradually everything happened. So that's why Ramakrishna Mission is totally dedicated to her.
where was
The Ramakrishna Math was.
Thanks. The Ramakrishna Mutt had been inaugurated in 1886 at Baranagar. In 1892, it was moved to Alambazar. But when Swamiji returned from the West, he was desperately trying to build a permanent monastery on the bank of the Ganges. Finally, on 3 February 1898, he succeeded in acquiring the present site of Belur Mutt, the permanent headquarters of the Ramakrishna Mission. The mutt was then moved temporarily on 13 February 1898 to Nilambar Babu's garden house in Belur, as it was very close to the property that had just been purchased. Holy Mother had previously stayed at this garden house. When the site was purchased, Holy Mother remarked, I always saw the master living in a cottage on the bank of the Ganges where the mutt now stands, surrounded by a banana grove. When the new land was purchased, Naren took me there one day. He showed me around and said, Mother, now you can move freely in your own place.
You know that place was blessed by Sri Ramakrishna also. When Captain Vishwanath Upadhyay, the high official of Nepal kingdom, used to live there, so once he brought him there. And not only that, mother lived there, Swamiji lived there, all the direct disciples lived there. And Swamiji said, and the Swamiji was this in our order, in our this oral, that this is Belur Mutt, but there is another Belur Mutt which is subtle Belur Mutt. It's full of spiritual energy. And now that Nilambar Babu's garden house, that's also is included. I mean, we acquired that place. We have Veda Vidyalaya and also adjacent places. Then that Baranagar Math, now it is within us. Then Alambazar Math also. So all these places now have come. Those who are fortunate, you can go and visit those places. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It is said that the site of Belur Mutt had earlier been the timber yard of Captain Vishwanath Upadhyay of Nepal, and that Ramakrishna had once visited him there. In April 1898, construction began on the monastery building. At the end of April, Holy Mother came from Calcutta by boat to visit the site with Golap Ma, Swami Yogananda, and Brahmachari Krishnalal. As soon as she landed at the gut of Nilambar Babu's house, the monks received her, blowing
Ghat means like landing place. By if you travel by boat, where it say disembarking point. That's called ghat. Yes.
They washed her feet, fanned her, and took her to the shrine. Holy Mother worshipped the Master that day and had prasad there. In the afternoon, at Swami Brahmananda's request, Holy Mother and her party went to the construction site. Sister Nivedita, Sarah Bull, and Josephine MacLeod were then staying in an old house on the property. They had previously met Holy Mother in Calcutta and now cordially received her and showed her around. Holy Mother was happy to see how the work was proceeding. She remarked, "At long last, the boys have a place to lay their heads. The Master finally has cast his grace on them." She then returned to Calcutta by boat.
That area also has come to our mutt. So now mutt is much bigger than the previous when Swamiji purchased. Yes.
In March 1898, there was an outbreak of plague in Calcutta. Swami Vivekananda immediately wanted to make plans for relief work, but there was no money. He told his brother disciples, "We shall sell, if necessary, the land that had just been purchased for the monastery. We are sannyasins. We must be ready to sleep under the trees and live on alms as we did before. Must we care for the monastery and possessions when by disposing of them we could relieve thousands of helpless people suffering before our own eyes?" Swamiji had such a strong personality that it was not easy to dissuade him. Moreover, his brother disciples were very obedient. However, Swami Shivananda interjected, "Swamiji, you always consult with Holy Mother about important matters. Will you not consult with her before selling the mutt property?" Swamiji immediately replied, "You are right, Tarakda. It is my mistake. I shall go to Holy Mother right now."
Tarakda means Tarak was his name. Da means brother.
Swamiji went to Holy Mother in Calcutta, accompanied by Brahmananda, Shivananda, and Sharadananda. After bowing down, Swamiji said, "Mother, there's no money to serve the plague-stricken people. I am considering selling the mutt property and using that money for relief work. We are monks. We can live under the trees. We need your permission." Holy Mother had always supported Swamiji's projects, but she did not agree with him on this matter. She said, "My son, no, you cannot sell the mutt property. This is not your mutt. It belongs to the Master. You are my heroic sons. You can spend your lives under the trees, but those of my children who will come in the future will not be able to live under the trees. This mutt is for them. Will the purpose of Beller Mutt end after conducting only one relief work? The objectives of the Master's mission are many. The infinite ideas of the Master will spread all over the world in the future. His mission will continue through the ages."
See how strong mother was? Even nobody had any courage to oppose Swamiji. But mother strictly said, "No, you cannot sell. You can live under the trees, but my children will not be able to." See, we are so fortunate. She thought about us. Yes, go ahead. Like a
Swamiji
pleader, like a lawyer. She said that, it doesn't belong to you. How can you sell? You have already dedicated to Sri Ramakrishna. Now you are not the owner that you can sell. Okay.
Swami, how could she have even more wisdom than Swami? How could Holy Mother have so much more wisdom even than Swami Vivekananda? It
Yeah, that
seems
is what.
she was so uneducated, and yet she.
Because Swamiji was influenced by his compassion, but Holy Mother is always like that. In India, whatever household expenditure will be there, here also. Mothers always will keep some, savings at the time of emergency. Then her treasure will be opened. So it is like that. And another reason, that's called Leela, the divine play. That is why we see the importance of Holy Mother, the divine play. And sometimes even Sri Ramakrishna, once it happened that Holy Mother was bringing food for Sri Ramakrishna, and a lady came, said, "Mother, please give me. I'll offer this to Thakur." So she took and kept there, but Sri Ramakrishna could not touch it because she was not pure. And when mother went to him, then Sri Ramakrishna scolded her. Scolded means he said, "Why did you give my food to her? You don't know what kind of character she is." Then Holy Mother first casual, "No, no, please eat, no, don't worry about it." Then mother said, "If someone approaches me saying mother, I cannot stop. Now please eat." And like a good boy, Sri Ramakrishna started eating. So that means Holy Mother even surpassed Sri Ramakrishna. Her compassion, just see, if someone, whatever character he, she may be, but when they approached mother as mother, mother opened her heart. She said, "I cannot stop if somebody approaches me saying mother. Now please eat." And Sri Ramakrishna, like good boy, he ate. That time, it was not a problem. So maybe the glance of mother purified. Mother was such, Nalini Didi. It happens in India, stray dogs are there. So she stepped on poop of a dog. And that was winter time. And she washed her feet so many times. Still she was not happy, she was not feeling that holiness. So she came and complained to mother, "Mother, I did this. And what to do?" The mother said, "Don't worry, you wash your feet and it's okay." "No, I have done that. I still am not feeling that holiness." So she said, "Okay, sprinkle Ganga water. That's another purifying agent." She said, "I did that also, but I don't feel it." And mother said something else also. Then ultimately, mother said, "Now you touch me." So Nalini Didi touched mother. After that, she was appeased. So mother was purity personified. That is why, Swami said, "I'm fanatic for mother." We come to Ramakrishna Mission seeing the personality of Swami Vivekananda. Great, the dazzling personality. But gradually we see his guru, Sri Ramakrishna. And see, such a great. But ultimately we stay with Holy Mother. Okay, so this is a great thing. Okay, we'll stop here. Okay. We'll say our prayer. Akshay, so yesterday, it is called, one is Srishti Drishti Bad. Srishti Drishti means when we see something, that means already created. Like that's our natural experience, right? Like we are born in this environment, we see these houses, roads, this whole creation. So this is called Srishti, already is there, and I am looking at it, Srishti Drishti Bad. But other is Drishti Srishti Bad. Like when we are seeing it, then it is being created. Like when we see our dream, then it is created. When we think of a plot of a story, then it is created. Like yesterday I said that even we can make a movie on it. Then it is all concretized. So this is called Drishti Srishtibad. When we see it, then it is created. Vedanta has got both, and not only that, then there is another thing is called Ajatavad. Actually, we are not born. So, Vedanta has got various approaches, whatever approach you take. So, this is another approach where we have this wonderful world, we have Mother, we have Thakur. This is a great fun. So, this is one way, and yesterday it was another. Both are. We negate anything. We do not say negate anything. We accept all. It depends on where we are standing. What is our mind dwelling? If it is dwelling on the body, then we have to see this world. We cannot deny it. But as we grow, we cannot be restricted there. As we grow intellectually, we see some unity. And then ultimately, we see that highest unity. So, Vedanta is like it's a wonderful fun. Whatever way you take, that's fine. And especially Swamiji said this. This is my contribution, my and Thakur's contribution, Sri Ramakrishna's contribution. That all these are real, depending on the status of your mind, where your mind dwells. Sri Ramakrishna, having fun, a great fun with devotees, and enjoying. And then all of a sudden he is totally absorbed, totally merged in the self. There is no outside world there. So both are, all approaches are good. Vedanta has got this unique attitude. Okay? So whether moon is there or not, don't worry. So that when you'll grow, then you'll understand that approach also. Very good. We'll see up here. Do you have any question today?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, how can we love God like we love our family or relative?
Okay. How can we love God? That is why we need to take the help of philosophy. God is the only reality. God is the only reality. That is why, this approach, that if we go through the creation, then we are confused. Mind is confused. So gradually we have to see what is the reality behind this. Say we want to see gold. Where to find gold? We have to find gold in ornaments. But what happens, generally our eyes are trained in such a way that we don't see gold. We see only ornaments. We see waves. We see this creation, not God behind it. And that's why we think he is my enemy or he's my friend. And I like this, I don't like this. To grow from this, the basic thoughts, we need the help of philosophy. Or you have to submit totally to God. Then He will reveal to you that it is He Himself who has taken all this form. Yomam pashyati sarvatram sarvam cha mai pashyati. Tasya aham na pranashyami sachamena pranashyati. So that eyes are to be developed. If you see it is God who is dwelling within you, who is dwelling in your parents, in your friends, even dog, even outcast, shuni chaiva swapake cha pandita samadarshina. So that eyes are to be grown. For that we need to develop our muscles, means our intellect to see that. Of course, with simple heart also you can achieve that. Maybe it will be destabilized. So it should be supported by some logic also. I'm not saying without logic it cannot be achieved. It can be. What I'm saying, we are ordinary people. We need supports from all aspects. So when you see it is God who is dwelling in all being, God alone exists, then only you will love Him. So, to love God, we have to see that He alone exists. And now, the problem is when we say He, that means He is outside. But actually not. He is the innermost of all existing things, all existing beings. So, if you realize, then only you can love Him. Right?
Thank you.
So we'll say our prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. That is why Sri Ramakrishna said, first you have to go to solitude, you have to do spiritual practices, that means japa, meditation, and you have to realize Him first. When you realize Him, then only you can see that He is dwelling in all being. Otherwise it's very difficult. You can see terrorists. You cannot love terrorists. But if you achieve that, then you will see, oh, He is manifesting in all forms. So, it is not easy. Either you surrender yourself totally and diminish your ego, and totally you are detached, then you can love. Or this, you have to cultivate this gradually with the help of spiritual practices. Right?